4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Saudi Arabia, despite their millions, despite the billions, despite the oil and all the natural resources which they have, they do not have a single university that can produce a single intellectual mind. What do they do instead? They bombard the poorest Arab nation, Yemen.
There's one child every 10 minutes who dies from a preventable disease or cause in Yemen.
I do not care whether a child is killed by Bashar or by Saudi or by ISIS or by Nusra. What bothers me is that a child is being killed for no reason except to feed the ego of other men. And therefore, when we stand here today protesting for Baqee, we are not simply asking for the rebuilding of bricks and mortars, but we are asking for the reinstatement of morals, principles, ideas, ideals, and an ideology which will raise our intellectual minds, which will make us more morally attuned to the needs of mankind. Not be content with simply protesting for the rights of Baqee, but we must become the bricks and mortar which will rebuild Baqee through our intellectual conversations, through our contributions in academic circles, by reaching out to senators and governments and educating them.
Terrorism is not fought by just killing terrorists. It's the ideology, stupid. And that ideology comes from Saudi Arabia. Origins of ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Taliban, Boko Haram, Al-Shabaab, Al-Nusra can all be traced to Saudi Arabia. And yet, the head of the United Nations Human Rights Council panel was Saudi Arabia.
We condemn the Wahhabi acts which comes from the Salafi ideologies, the Takfiri ideologies. The fact of the reality is, brothers and sisters, that the Wahhabi ideology has infected the body of Islam. A virus has come and played over the body of Islam, such that today, what we see is something totally different than the purity.
The greatest tragedy that we are facing as a Muslim nation and as humanitarians, non-Muslims, is that the very heritage that belongs to all Muslims has been and is being destroyed. And I'm referring to the family, the companions, the graveyards, the gravestones, the remnants of the house of the Holy Prophet, his mother's grave, his wife's grave, the children of the Holy Prophet who died in infancy, all of which are in Medina and its outskirts, in Mecca, for example. All are being destroyed and reduced to rubble.
There is a cancerous ideology of hatred, the ideology of Daesh, which has caused the destruction of the shrines of Baqee. We will not remain silent about it. This is not about causing division in the Muslim Ummah. We as Muslims, Sunni and Shia, must stand together and denounce Wahhabism.